When you choose to write a book, you are committing to doing something incredible that has the potential to change thousands and thousands of lives, including your very own. Writing a book is one of the things that so many people in the world want to do, but so few people actually do. And there's a reason a lot of people don't actually write their book, let alone get their book to completion. And I think that what I'm about to share with you is one of the core things that when authors when authors do this, their chance of completion increases exponentially. We've seen it time and time again, and that is to set the proper intentions for your book writing experience. And what we have found is that the stronger the reason, the stronger the intention, the more likely you are to finish. Because when you write a book, you may face hardship. You may face unexpected things. There may be things in your life that pop up that are unexpected, and you have to navigate that. You may have to relive difficult times, experiences, or emotions, depending on what your book is about. And that can be really tough. I know because I've done this. I know because I've coached it. I know because I've seen this. Life is unexpected. There is only so much you can control. But the stronger the reason, the more that you are committed to the intention, the easier it will be to commit and recommit to your book so that you can move forward. All right. And there are three types of things that we're going to break down. There's the internal, the external, and the overall intention. So let's talk about the internal intention. Now, the internal intention, it really tends to focus on impact and legacy. The internal intention tends to be something that's more inward. What is that gut feeling that you really want to write this book for? What are you doing this for? Okay. And this is that internal, right? So it's the internal reason. It's not about the accolades and everything else. It's about the drive. It's about the reason why you're really wanting to do this deep down in your heart. And an example of this for a lot of people include legacy, leaving a legacy, creating a book so that your kids will know who you are, creating a book that will last after you move on, whether that be career or in your own life. Impact, knowing that you've gone through something that you want to help someone else make their life easier, knowing that you've learned something that is valuable to someone else who can make them achieve a result faster. Maybe it's a bucket list item. Maybe it's a dream of yours since you were a kid to become a published author. Whatever this internal reason is, tap into it, identify it, feel it, live it, embrace it. And that is a huge part of this piece. And so when you have that internal intention, that is the first part of the intention setting phase. The second intention that I encourage everybody to look to is, what is your external intention? This tends to focus on the validation, the accolades, the external recognition of writing a book. Now, often when I ask somebody, hey, what is your external intention? Oftentimes they play this small. And they play this small because they're afraid to actually admit what they desire, in the fear of feeling conceited, braggadocious, or arrogant, or whatever. And I want to encourage you right now, before we move on, I want to encourage you. This is the external reason that you're writing the book. This is the reason that can help change your life and change the dreams that you've always had in your life. Because when you combine your internal intention, that legacy, that impact, that dream, that bucket list, with the accolades and the recognition, you've created such a strong entanglement and alignment to who you are as a person, what you stand for, and what you're trying to achieve, that it becomes a beautiful, beautiful thing. So when you think about your external intention, don't think small. Don't think, you know what, I don't really want to say it because I'm nervous about what other people are going to think. No, go big or go home, right? You know the phrase. But here are some examples of these external intentions that people have. Is they want to be a bestseller. They want to have credibility. They want to be the go-to authority. They want higher speaking rates. They want to build a speaking business. They want to have a career transition. They want to build an online course or coaching program on the back end of this. They want to sell more physical products. Okay. They want to be famous. These are external sources, external intentions that people have when they write their book. So some people, for example, when you combine it, they know that I want to help a lot of people, and it's been a dream of mine. And because it's such an important thing, I want to be known as the expert so that I can make more money with my services. That's how you can combine the internal with the external intention. And then the last thing is the definition of success for your book. Now, I'm a huge believer, and I'm going to step away from books for a second and then come back to it, I'm a huge believer that in this world, every single person has their own unique definition of success. Some people have very similar desires, but the way of which you get and achieve and live is different. Somebody may also coach people on how to write books just like me, but our definition of success and our actions and our values and the way we do things are often going to be different. There's always a different path to achieving something that you desire, and that's the beauty of life. That's what achieving your own definition of success is. And this is the same thing for when you write a book. Every person has a different reason for writing their book, a different definition of what success looks like to them. And so there are really two steps to define success. Number one is to celebrate the shit out of the success of completion. Every phase of this process is a success. So at a very baseline level, I want you to celebrate the heck out of every time you complete a milestone, every time you complete something, every chapter you write. Celebrate that, because that is a success. And every success that you celebrate along the way, that is going to keep you going to that next level and beyond. The second step for this is to create the definition of success for what you want the book to do, for you to say this book was successful. So for example, is it selling a certain amount of copies? For some people, this is the primary metric for success. For me, this is not the primary metrics of success. What is your definition of success? Is it giving away a certain amount of copies? Is it getting your book in a certain amount of schools? Is it getting a certain amount of speaking engagement? Is it making a certain amount of revenue? What is your definition of success for your book? How will you define the book to be successful? For some people, it's completing the book and crossing them off the bucket list. That means the book is successful. For some people, they'll say the book is successful once it's done. That's a huge achievement. But two, once it brings in $10,000 of speaking fees, that has made it successful. Other people are like, you know what? The book will be successful when it's inputted into my funnel and I can get leads on demand and drive traffic to there. That's when the book has been successful. It has served its purpose. There are so many different ways, and everybody's going to define it differently. But when you can identify your internal intention, your external intention, and your definition of success, watch out, because you will soon be a published author. And I hope a best-selling author that achieves all of your wildest dreams by writing a book. So if you really vibed with this and you want to dig deeper onto understanding your intentions, I want to gift you a copy of my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. Just text the word free to 661-669-7363. Again, text the word free to 661-669-7363, and we'll make sure we send you over a digital copy of the book. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you find some great intentions, and let's get those books done. Let's go.